All right. Hi, everybody. Today I'll be reading the story that my dad wrote. I have named it Do or Die, which you'll see is in it a lot. So I'm just gonna get started. You'll be seeing my art throughout this. So, do or die, now or never, kill or cure, death or glory. Joe had heard them all before, and he hated every single one of them. Sports were not life or death. In every single game, someone lost and someone won, and everybody lived. He almost punched Rick in the face for preaching that crap to him, as if he didn't know how to throw the ball. As if he didn't know if he missed the spare, they would lose the title. But in the end, did it really matter? There would always be next year, always another game. Maybe Joe wasn't cut out for team sports, if this was how everyone acted in them. He was considering missing the pins on purpose, if only to spite the idiot who thought it was a good idea to treat this game as if they were at war. It's not like there were bullets flying around at them. All they were doing was throwing a ball at wood. Rick had come up to him and whispered more words of false encouragement in Joe's ear, and got an elbow in the gut for an answer. Joe took a small breath and held it in for a second to calm his anger, and he heard some moron on the other team call clock on him. He cocked his head sideways and gave the guy a look, trying to figure out why these people were taking the game as seriously as they were. He knew there was money on the line, but he didn't think it was the kind of money that would call for this drama. After a little headshake at the clock guy, Joe turned and went through the routine. Foot in front of foot, arms swinging like a pendulum. Pendulum? Whatever. Back straight, head not dipping, arms snapping, wrist firm, fingers lifting. Then he watched the ball arc into the pins and pick up the spare. As he walked back to the ball return, he saw Rick pumping a fist in the air. He saw the big boob slut. Thanks, Dad. He'd picked up in the bar between games clapping for him. Those alluring pillows of love jiggling under her shirt, giving him visions of how his night would end. He saw the clock dipstick hanging his head down, and he saw the trophies on the counter waiting for him and his teammates. But not yet. It wasn't over yet. He still had to throw the last ball, and they needed 6 pins to win it all. 6 pins was like a chip shot from a 10-yard line in a football, like a pickup to short, like a layup while on a fast break, like a 2-foot straight putt. All Joe had to do was toss the ball down the middle and get his 6, and then they'd be drinking celebratory beers in the bar while his new girl for the night was rubbing all over him and getting him excited. He sighed at the spectacle of it all, grabbed his ball and tossed it down the lane, knowing it was a strike, knowing he'd won the title for his team, knowing he had more than likely assured himself of scoring tonight in another way. Life was good for Joe tonight. He was the hero, and he would get lucky, too. Tomorrow, back on the daily grind of humping lumber in the pits of mud and weather for a harsh carpenter that paid too little and expected too much. But tonight belonged to Joe. Do or die, indeed. That was, Do or Die, written by my father. I'm so happy he made me read it. There will be long talks after this. Anyway, read more.